This is an electric guitar. It has two primary parts, the neck and the body. Let's look at them in a little bit closer detail. We start up here at the headstock. Headstock has the tuning pegs or machine heads or tuners that change the pitch of the string so that you can put the right tension on them to make sure that they're all in tune with one another. After the string leaves the tuning machine peg, it goes through sometimes string trees that hold the strings down, keep them in place, keep the proper tension on them. Then, very important, it crosses the nut, the 0 fret or the nut. The nut is, on this guitar, made of graphite. Some of them are plastic, some of them are metal, steel, brass, some of them are graphite, some of them are other materials of synthetic nature. After the strings cross the 0 fret or the nut, then they start to encounter the fretboard proper. Now the fretboard is part of the neck. This entire thing is the neck, but the fretboard is of course the part here with the metal strips called frets. The idea here is of course that the frets are there so that you can push the string against the fret and shorten the distance of the string from the fret to the bridge, and as the string gets shorter in length, it gets higher in pitch. Very basic physics. Now, after you reach the top of the fretboard, usually you'll have 12 at least frets, sometimes 15, 17, 19. Most Strats have 21 frets, some have 22. Gibson guitars and other guitars have 22 or 24 frets. The neck attaches to the body, and then the strings cross some configuration of pickups. A pickup is essentially a microphone. It picks up the vibration of the string, translates it into electrical energy, and then sends it through the electrical components and out to the amp. The pickups usually send the signal to some configuration of controls. On a Stratocaster, you have a volume control and two tone knobs. Volume, of course, is what it sounds like. It raises and lowers the volume. Tone makes it bassy or trebly. Different guitars have different configurations of volume and tones. Some have just one, some have two or more volumes dedicated for each pickup. Some have two or more dedicated tone knobs for each pickup, etc. Then there's also a pickup selector. In this case, what we have here is a 5-way switch. Most Strats have a 5 or a 3-way switch. The idea behind the pickup selector is that it turns on or off, or provides various configurations of the pickups being on or off. That's the neck pickup because it's closest to the neck. That's the bridge pickup because it's closest to the bridge. Which brings us to the bridge. After the strings leave the fretboard area, cross the pickups, then they get to the bridge. These are bridge saddles. The string crosses the bridge saddles, and then the ball end of the string is held by something. In the case of a Stratocaster, it's held by the vibrato block. They go through the body, down in a little hole, and then they come out here on the other side. On other guitars, you might find that there's a stop tail piece that it goes across bridge saddles, and then there's a piece that it ends in. Some guitars have a vibrato bar. This changes the pitch of the string. Some do, some don't. After the sound comes from the string to the pickup and through the various configuration of volume, tone, and pickup selector, then it leaves the guitar by means of a 1/4-inch jack. Then you need a 1/4-inch cable, a high Z or high impedance or high resistance cable to plug it in. Then the sound goes out to the amp and you're ready to play.